All right. I'll switch it. I'll switch it. Don't worry. I got you, homie. There we go.
I mean, today I at least set a new record on the treadmill. Well, in terms of like, getting to the 2 miles, but I should at least do 8 minutes before needing a break. I was kind of really pushing my limit there. Instead of 5, it's 8, so. That wasn't half bad.
All right. Let's see here. I think it will go just fine. And then
Must be 21 to attend concert.
It is another episode of the Pack-A-Pod Call of Duty Zombies podcast. Welcome back to another episode. We've got Kyle, we've got Richie. We're ready to fucking go, boys.
Let's fucking go.
Since it's the start of the podcast here, I figured why would we not go back in the past and talk a little bit about where this all began. We're talking about World at War, baby. World at War. Just let's get some quick thoughts out about World at War. Number one, it performed the worst out of all the zombies experiences, but we still love it anyway.
It's just nostalgic good stuff.
I mean, there was many a time where you would have Juggernog on your screen, but you know damn well you didn't have Juggernog because you shocked yourself and it was 2 hits, you were going to die. There were times where you would shoot a wide open gap, but there was a zombie who had a slender frame all of a sudden had a ghostly huge fat frame that would block you. You also had some
Those
other...
are the Ray Lewis zombies. They just stop you when you're going through.
You also had some other things, like you had, the nuke wouldn't... You would hit the nuke, and the zombies would still hit you afterwards.
Yes.
How great was that?
Awesome.
Oh, man.
That was wonderful.
That was so fun.
So I think that for the time, Zombies was as good as it could have been.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind, what year did Zombies even come out? That shit was like 2008.
It was a long time
that
ago.
was like the first fucking iPhone. That was the first iPhone, all right? We're at the iPhone 13 now.
Yeah, so it didn't run the best all the time, but it had a lot of character. And the fun thing about Zombies when it had character like that was you knew that you had fucked up when you shot a ray gun bullet and it kind of hurt you. And you're like, okay, it says I have Juggernog, but I know I fucking don't. So when let's get a crawler this round, I'm going to down myself and then I'm going to go rebuy all my... like that kind of shit was just funny.
Yeah.
Like that was just funny.
You Googled it, Kyle? What year?
It's on my birthday in 2008.
2008, baby.
Yeah.
What a time. So we had a lot of fun stuff. It also had character in the way that you had a dude just hanging from a rope in Shino Numa. Things were a lot more brazen back then. The catchphrases, the way their personality was. We had a drunk Russian being played by 11-year-olds just talking about vodka all day.
And killing all his wives.
And killing all of his wives.
Yeah.
Like, things were just different. It had personality back then, boys.
It had it was a good feel.
It was a great feel, and that's why we're going to talk about World at War today. We're going to get into the Raise Energy question in just a second. Then we're also going to talk about our best wall buys, and we're going to rank all of the World at War maps, boys. But before we do that, let's get into the Raise Energy question of the week. Don't forget to head on down to repsports.com, R-E-P-P sports.com, where you can use code BANNER for 15% off all Raise Energy products. Once again, code BANNER, B-A-N-N-E-R. Boys, Raise Energy question of the week. Now, if we were in a zombie apocalypse, we know that in the video game, there's a lot of things that you don't do because it's a video game. You're not going to go to the bathroom, for instance. But if we were really in that situation, if we were all in Nocturne Toten that day, and we really had to find a place and establish probably one of the most important things, a piss and shit corner. We got to establish a piss and shit corner on Nocturne and Toten, how would we do it? Where would we establish this corner? It's a tough question.
It is a tough question because, like, you're thinking about a spot that you're not going to go to a whole lot.
There's some things we have to optimize here.
Yeah.
We have to find a happy balance between not getting in our way and also making sure we're not close to the smell, the stench, because that's going to suck.
Yes.
And we just have to utilize space, right? We
Yeah.
can't have it in a corner that we're constantly going to. So, boys, I had a great spot
What was your spot?
underneath the staircase.
That's a good spot.
I think
But
that's
the
a great spot.
radio's right there.
No, not that staircase. The other staircase.
Oh, the one in the
out in the
center?
front. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
The one
yeah,
out in the
yeah.
front room.
That's a good
In the
shitter.
starting room. I think that would be a good place. Here's why. Obviously, there's some sandbags underneath there. I think pissing in a sandbag and trying to get that thing as full as possible is probably our best bet, right? Now, for the shit, I'm not a scientist, but I feel like stench moves upward, right? I don't know why I feel like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
So
But-
I think a staircase blocks it. If you could see this in front, I have my hand, and I have the stench going upward stairs blocking it.
So the staircase is going to block the stench.
That's what I'm at least upward.
That's essentially so that your logic basically just tells me that you believe that a get out of jail free card actually works.
Yeah, something like that.
So I'm going to tell you right now, if my dog shits at the bottom of the staircase, okay, and I'm at the top of the staircase, I'm probably still smelling the shit.
Okay. Well,
Well, did he shit under the staircase?
is the staircase concrete? Those are questions we haven't asked yet. So that's. I'm just trying to be honest here. Where would you go, Kyle?
All right. So, you know that wall in the hell room?
Mm-hmm.
You know the one that the zombies break down that you always got to put back up and fix?
Yeah.
Well, while it's broken down, okay, I just vote that we piss and shit in that little hallway right there that they
Yeah.
got going, and then we just seal it back up. That
Yeah.
way there is no stench. No
I think there'll
evidence.
still be a little bit of a stench because zombies are consistently going through
Not
that.
yeah.
that
Not to
door.
mention that they are going to come inside, so they're going to step in your shit.
Oh, they're gonna step in your shit, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna step in it, but they'll be like slipping, you know, like it'd be
Yeah.
kind of like we make it kind of muddy in there because we'd be pissing and shitting, you know. all
Well,
up in it.
here's the thing, though. They step in it, and while one or two may slip, there's going to be some stragglers that don't, and they're going to be walking in boot marks all over, boot shit marks all over our floor. And I'm going to be honest with you, dude, that's where we're probably fighting the most in that room. So you're letting them track in your own shit.
Hey, listen,
Okay.
if we kill them, I just say we focus mainly on that window.
Okay.
That's just important.
Okay.
It's like,
But also-
hey, bro, they can't get in. It'll smell like shit for a week. We can't have that, okay?
Okay, but also think about this. Think about this. Not only are you now fighting hordes of undead, you are fighting the disease that they are now carrying.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you decided to
Because you're
shit
mixing
out.
all of our shits and pisses on their boots. They're walking inside, tracking it in like a fucking dog.
We'll be fine, okay? Like I said, we focus on that window, okay?
Okay.
Okay, they'll probably be slipping and sliding all over the place.
All
Okay,
right.
we kill them before they get in.
Let's hope.
And then there's no shit in the house.
Another thing we didn't think about, we killed the zombies on top of the piss and the shit. They're already undead. Then now we've got undead dying on top of shit and piss.
Well, listen, okay, I never said it was a perfect idea.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Nothing's perfect.
but I'm telling you, I think that's the best because at least we could build back up the walls. So it'd be like a little. If your logic is right,
Yeah.
I would have a cement barrier.
Yeah, blocking
between
it.
us and
And cement,
and the stench.
as we've talked about
Yeah.
before, cement blocks shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Richie, how are you? Where's your piss or shit spot?
Okay, so here's my actual theory on why the help door is not finished. It's because they aim their pee stream at it and erased part of the pee.
Yeah.
So that's where my
Bro,
So
I
you're
wish-
just on the door?
Time out. You think you could pee that high to get it where the pee is on
Bro,
the door?
think about how tall is the door? How tall is the door?
The door is okay. If it's a regular ass door, okay, a regular ass door.
And where's the writing?
How, are we shitting on the door? Like you just
It's
said
a
the help
6
door.
foot
You can
door.
shit in front. Okay, do you ever
Shitting in front of the door?
do you ever open that door?
I guess he's got a point.
Well,
You
Oh,
never
no.
open that door
Unless it's an oh shit moment.
Exactly, and when it's an oh shit moment, what's going to help you out other than opening that door and having some shit that the zombies are going to slip and slide in?
Richie, if I'm in an oh shit moment, I open that door and I step in shit and slide and fall. My ass is fucked. I'm dead. Like, what do you mean?
Richie's idea is worse than mine. Okay.
No, honestly, it's not because
We're
you're
in the
never,
oh shit
you're never
moment.
gonna, you're never gonna open that door, even in an oh shit moment. You're just gonna fucking die anyway on that map. You're not getting out of it.
Here's the other thing. Say, for instance, I open the the help door in an oh shit moment. I run out and I don't slip on my own fucking shit and die. Let's just say I don't for now. Let's pretend like I don't. I do that. Okay, and I survive. Now the door is open, and I've just got shit right there.
It's like you shit in the middle of the hallway now that the door's open.
Yeah, I just shit in the middle
Yeah, and
of
you know
my
what?
house.
In public bathrooms, people pee on the seat. What do you want me to say? It's not.
All right.
You really think that my idea is worse than Kyle's? You're never.
I
Gonna
didn't
open
say
that
it
door.
was. I did not say it was.
You're never gonna open up that fucking door. All right, and even if you do. How hard is it to just jump over?
I
How hard
guess-
is it to just jump over?
I'm not okay. You could accumulate a lot of shit over time, and I'm assuming we're not leaving for a while. We're gonna be shitting. We're gonna be shitting.
There's gonna be pile.
There's
There's gonna be a large pile. Okay.
So I don't know. I think under the staircase might be the best option.
Of course, you're gonna say that yours is the best option.
No, honestly, I thought you guys before the show when you said it, I was like, oh, okay, that's not bad. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm just thinking about I have fucking zombies tracking my own shit in my house, and then I'm pissing and shitting in my hallway.
All right, but this, like I said, you're never gonna open that help door. All right, zombies are never gonna step in it unless you absolutely have to open the door.
How many games in Oxford and Toten have we played where it's like, oh man, oh fuck, I gotta open this door, okay? We're eventually going to get to that point. Okay?
I think
and when that happens, there should not be a giant wall mound of shit in front of the fucking help door as I'm trying to open this bitch.
Not to mention, Richie was like, we'll just piss on the door. Like, when you actually have to open the door and
it's waterlogged
like,
from pee.
Like you just pissed on it like 20 minutes ago, and you're like, oh, fuck, bro.
Okay, but also, you can shit on the side of the help door. I mean...
Yeah, I guess.
This way, when you open it, oh no, you're not stepping in a pile of shit anymore.
Right, bro, it's still bad.
Okay, and
honestly,
here's the thing.
Kyle's idea is the worst here. I think we can all agree on that.
I don't think anybody's.
I'm telling you right now, as long as we kill the zombies before they get inside, it's actually a really good plan.
How many people is it gonna take just to fucking hold off that window? They're gonna get fucked from all the other zombies.
I just don't want my shit to get dragged in to like. That's what I'm worried about. But then at
your
the same
sandbag
time,
idea is terrible.
Yours is it's already in the building.
Yours is literally.
But mine's under this. You never go under that staircase.
You know,
you never open the help door either.
Yes, you do.
Oh my God, Richie! It's the oh shit door.
It's
but
the
I
oh
don't want to
shit
be
door.
like oh shit, there's shit door. You know, like
You've changed the
I don't
meaning.
need that.
You have changed the meaning of the oh shit door. It is just. It's the door of shit.
It's no longer the oh shit door. It's just the shit door.
What do you guys think, listening at home? Where would you establish your piss and shit corner on Nocturne and Totem? Let us know. Let us know what you guys thought of our oh shit ideas. We're going to move on into the next segment. We're going to go to the grab your perk segment of the show. We're going to hit a quick ad. We will see you guys on the other side.
The birds are chirping, the days are getting longer, and signs of new beginnings are all around us.
Every single Zombies Game Boy.
Areas to choose from. Now leasing new beginnings. Go online to the number 4lakesproperties.com and start fresh this spring.
All right, so the Choose Your Perk segment is going to be one of my favorites because what do we do in every single Zombies Game, boys? All of us choose a different set of perks. We all like different things, okay? We all have our own perks that we like to run, especially with the map. So we're going to do the exact same thing, except we're going to choose our perks, your best wall buy guns in World at War. You get 4 of them. Just like all the other games, you get 4 perks. Your 4 top guns that you would get in World at War from a wall buy. Let's get into it.
So for number 4, this is kind of just like nostalgia, oldie but goodie. But the MP40.
on just like in general?
In general, but not on Darius because it's in a shitty spot.
For whatever reason, the MP40 sucked on Darius. I just
agree.
felt like it wasn't as
Well,
good.
it was in a shitty spot too. It's in the like back corner room right behind the trench gun.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that spot sucks.
the other thing, at the beginning of the show, we were talking about all the weird things about World at War and like how much like it sucked, but at the same time he had personality. Another thing World at War did was like randomly on certain maps, some guns would just be better than they were on other maps. It was
Yes.
the weirdest shit in the world. Like it was so interesting how they did that. Like the MP40 on Varric was like the gun, and then you go to Darius and it's like shitty.
It is no longer the gun.
It is no longer the gun. But yes, the MP40 is a great one.
the Car 98 and then the Car
You
98 with the
fucking garbage.
scope, bro. Is just
You piece of garbage.
I'm not. That's not one of my four.
Okay. All right.
Number 4 is the MP40. Number 3, I have. This is just one of my personal favorites. It is the double barrel shotgun.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Also
Hell
a
yeah.
great weapon.
Can we just say that the double barrel shotgun by far had one of the best shooting noises in all
Oh,
of World
dude.
at
Oh,
War?
it did.
The best part about the double barrel shotgun was it was called the Boar Long Range, but I accidentally misread it one time and I thought it was the Bone Long Range. And ever since then, I never ever named it anything else. Number 2, I have the Type 100 because the good old
The lawnmower.
lawnmower, baby.
The lawnmower. Now, I think every group of friends has their own things that they call things in zombies, right? They all have their own names that they cultivate for things. We all had a name for the Type 100 when you upgraded it on Darius and got double tap. It was the lawnmower. Why?
lawnmower.
Because you could have the longest line of zombies ready to fucking rip your skull apart, and the lawnmower would do exactly what its name said. It would mow the fucking lawn.
mowing the lawn.
It would kill every zombie. If you haven't tried it out, because the Type 100's in a weird spot to like, buy off the wall,
Yes.
but especially in Darius, but it was incredible. The lawnmower, badass.
And then for my number 1 is the STG. When you upgraded it and you used double tap, it became the Spaz. And in that little back running room, that of Darius, it was legit. Plus, the STG just with double tap in general was just
It was just good.
better. Yeah, it was just good.
It was just really good. I'm going to do mine. Now, I did mine a little bit differently here. I kind of went off of the perks I normally buy in zombies. And I always get Juggernog, I always get Stamina Up, I always get Double Tap, and I always get Speed Cola, obviously. So I'm going off of the reliability of each of those. My number 1, your Juggernog, your most...
World at War didn't have Stamina Up.
I know. I'm just saying, like in
Oh.
general, like the way Stamina Up fits into me is like it's like a
He's a stamina guy.
Yeah.
it's like a you can live without it, but you prefer to have it type
Gotcha.
perk. So my Juggernog, my perk that I absolutely need, it's a necessity. My number 1, Thompson on Darius. That's the circle I ran for years and years and years, and I still run it
Gibbs-O-Matic.
today. The Gibbs-O-Matic, it's right next to the Pack-a-Punch machine. It has a nice little circle that you can run, especially on World at War. The Thompson on Darius, that's my Juggernog. I absolutely had to have it. Plus, the Thompson in general on most maps in World at War was just in that prime position where you could use it and continuously get kills and not have to worry about ever running out of ammo because it was just in the right spot, but especially on Darius. My second one, my Speed Cola, it's like a kind of it's like the next step down from a necessity because in the high rounds you're definitely going to need it.
Yes.
You have to have it. That is going to be the lawnmower, like you said before. The lawnmower, Type 100 on Darius, best spot, best gun for that map. Not the best spot. It was a great gun for that map. It was in a weird space, but it was very good. Now my gun that I don't need it. It's not a necessity. That's my Stamina Up perk. That's my gun that I just use because I just love it. It was the MP40 on Varric, on the Juggernog side.
Yes.
Because you could spawn in on 2 sides on Varric. That Juggernog side MP40, holy fucking shit. That gun just, for whatever reason, the MP40 on Varric was so much better than all the other guns on the map.
Dude, I don't know why.
It did not make any sense. It was the weirdest thing in the world. And then on top of that, like, with Varric, you had the Bouncing Betty thing
Gun
where you could
glitch?
get every gun.
Yeah.
But you had to do that with the MP40. Like it was a necessity to have the MP40 on that map.
Yes.
Especially because you couldn't pack a punch, but for whatever reason, that gun's power was just through the fucking roof.
It was ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. And then my last perk, my throwaway perk, I don't really need it. It's not a necessity for me. I'm going with the MP40 on Shino. Now, that was more of just a starter gun. You had two choices when you were on Shino Numa. You either go to the box immediately and kind of gamble on it, or you just buy that MP40 and you build up some points. Because Shino Numa was weird. You had to buy all the extra rooms and hope that you could get Juggernog on one of the early ones.
Yes.
So getting the MP40 was kind of like a necessity, but also at the same time, it wasn't. Because the box was right there, and you could easily get a fucking Wonder Waffle out of that.
It was like a safety blanket.
It was more of a safety blanket more than anything. So those are my 4 wall buy weapons. Richie.
I'm going to start at number 4 because I want to work my way up.
There you go, baby.
At number 4, I have the STG. Obviously, you need to double tap the shit out of it and upgrade it. But, nevertheless, it is on the list. Next, at number 3, I have, and I wrote down, the Type 1 Natty. For those of you that don't know what that means, it's the Type 100,
There you go.
obviously. The lawnmower is disgusting, and it's like the closest thing that you're going to get to PPSH off the wall. So, therefore, I enjoy it. Next, again, we're going with the Thompson. Also, think about this real quick. How different would it have been if rather than on that front wall right there, just run to the front of that wall, grabbing the Thompson? How different would it have been if they would have put it kind of like where they added mule kick in the later editions?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What if they had put it right there? Would it still be the same?
It changes.
It
It definitely
does-
It
changes.
changes
it
the
a lot.
dynamic of the entire fucking map.
Oh, hell yeah, it does. It makes it way. Actually, it might even not even be on the list at that point.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
that's a tough spot.
It might be harder to grab and try to make it out of there while there's a horde of zombies chasing you.
Now, in the spot it's in, it's still difficult if you have a huge horde, but it makes it more difficult if you're on that back wall
Well,
right
yeah,
there.
because then
Yeah.
you can get stuck against the wall. There,
Well,
at
that's why
least
you have a
can,
betting
like,
field.
If you get hit, like while you're trying to grab it, you can just run.
Imagine this. What if they put it in the furnace room right
Oh,
behind
dude,
it?
that
That would
would've
have
been
that would have been
tough.
really tough. Now we're talking.
Yeah,
Strategy.
but I just wanted to bring that up. Top of the list, because the FG42
FG42 on Derice. Yeah.
That gun-
on Derice, bro, it fucking slaps.
You forget sometimes that it is a wall weapon because it
Sometimes you
doesn't
just
feel like it doesn't feel like it should be a wall weapon.
Sometimes you just forget that it even exists, and you're like, "Oh my god, this fucking gun right
It's
here!
right
What is
here.
this?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, the FG42 is really good, and it was kind of crazy that was a wall weapon that you could get. Very weird. And then on top of that, you could get that wall weapon, buy the ammo consistently, and then also just get a PPSH out of the box.
Yeah.
And then you're just running
Double
fucking-
With the,
PPSH.
You're
with
going
the
hard.
Reaper.
Yep, you're going
Ooh.
super hard. Boys, I like our picks here. I think we had some good ones.
Solid.
What would you pick at home? What would be the perks that you would pick? What would be the best wall buys in your opinion on World at War? Send us some. Let us know. We're going to hit a quick ad and then get into the main topic of the show where we rank all of the World at War maps in our opinions. Boys, let's hit this ad. We'll see you guys on the other side.
The birds are chirping. The days are.
There was 4 World at War maps.
All the properties around the Madison, Middleton, and downtown areas to choose from. Now leasing new beginnings. Go online to the number 4lakesproperties.com and start fresh this spring.
All right, now, there was 4 World at War maps. Remember, this mode was just supposed to be a throwaway. It wasn't supposed to be anything crazy, and then it exploded into this gigantic fucking industry of just slaying zombies. We've got plenty of maps to talk about. We've got 10 plus years of just zombies to talk about. But it all started with these 4 maps. These 4 beautiful, beautiful maps. And now, did they work the greatest all the time? No.
No.
Did they have a lot of glitches and problems? Yes.
Did we abuse the fuck out of him? Yes.
Fuck yeah, we did. And we will continue to do that. But they had character. They had heart. They had, it was like, they just had a whole lot of personality to them. And so, boys, let's get into what we thought were the best ones. Kyle, you want to start us off with your rankings here?
Honestly, thinking about it, I'm a big super weapon guy. I love the wonder weapons a fucking shitload. And like every map that didn't have a wonder weapon, it just kind of like brings me down a little bit. But what I'm going to put in last place, dude, is literally the hardest choice for me because I'm like, There's so many good things, but I'm going to say Shi no Numa.
You're gonna put it dead last.
Even though I played it an absolute shitload, I think that is by far the shittiest one. The traps low-key kind of suck. If you don't get Juggernog within like the first 2 houses, it's basically a throwaway game. You're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like there was just so many things that like made it like, man, this really fucking blows. And you had to like guess which house the fucking perk was going to be at, and like you had to be hopeful that it was going to work. The water slowed you, but it didn't always slow the zombies.
Yeah, so it slows you, doesn't slow the zombies. It wasn't just that the water slowed you a little bit. It like fucking you were stuck.
Yeah.
You were basically stuck. And then a lot of the trains you could run had to go through some sort of water. The only one that I found that was like good that you didn't have to go through the water was next to the flogger at the beginning of the map. That was really the only one that you could use and utilize to get far. But putting it dead last, it takes some balls, Kyle.
Yeah, I did play it a shitload, but I was thinking about it and I was like, it's probably one of the worst ones.
Okay.
Second to last or third place, I will say is Nocturne Totem, just because of like the nostalgia of it. And I remember one of the first games that we played, I bought the mystery box. I was like, bro, you can get random guns out of this box. And then it gave me the ray gun. And I was like, what the fuck is this? So Noct is third for me. Number 2, I'm going to go Verict, because Verict like is the introduction to all the perks. Like, you know, this is the first time we ever saw jugs, first time we ever had to deal with the power, first time we had to do anything like that. Plus, it introduced the dynamic of being split at the very beginning, which I thought is kind of cool because there's so many different ways to play it. And then, of course, number 1 is Doris, because introduces you to Pack-a-Punch. I think that's like super nostalgic. And then like all the perk machines, they got jingles and shit, and like I've memorized a lot of the jingles from fucking a lot of the perks just from playing the game so much. We always talk about how like there's those gimmicky guns that are fun as shit to play with. You guys remember the fucking flamethrower? Dude?
Yeah, dude,
Yes.
the flamethrower was one of the original iconic gimmick guns.
Dude, it's so gimmicky, but it was so fun to
Especially
play with,
you fucking
dude.
upgrade that thing, bro. Or when you would get in the glitch and knocked right by the scoped card cabinet,
Yeah.
and then you would just sit there and just fucking lean on that
Dude,
flamethrower.
Like
Yeah.
sometimes I would just carry it just for insta-kill. And I would
Yeah.
just have it on me
Dude,
just waiting for
it
insta-kill
was
to come.
broken because you just
Yeah.
fucking flip it out and just instant kill, just whomp, just
Yep.
mow down people.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. Richie, your list.
Yes. So, I mean, putting anything on this list at the bottom kind of just hurts. But last place, I went with Verict. I don't know. You know, I think that's probably the map that I played the least. And I think it's just, you know, I just was never truly a big fan. I mean, you could get the ray gun, but no wonder waffles, so you're lacking the super weapon, or sorry, the wonder weapon. So it just, you know, to me, it wasn't very all that worth it to play unless one of the homies wanted to play it. Third, I have Noct. Again, like Kyle said, very nostalgic. I mean, that's pretty much everybody's first memory of playing zombies would more than likely be that map. And at number 2, I have Shi no Numa, mainly because, you know, it wasn't a terrible map. The Wonder Waffle's in it. I absolutely hate getting slowed down in that water. You hit that water, bro, you're fucked. You shoot the Wonder Waffle in that water, you're dead.
Dude,
It basically makes like more than half the map inaccessible.
Yeah.
yes, I think that was rough. Plus, I feel like Shi no Numa missed a big opportunity because I feel like it could have been better if it had Pack-a-Punch.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
they had so many places that they could have put the Pack-a-Punch, and they just fucking
that
dropped
was
the ball.
that was the one thing I think you could even argue that Shi no Numa might be better than Doris. Now I'm not saying it. I still don't think it would have been, but it could have been if it has Pack-a-Punch.
I think
there's
so, too.
there's a cult of people who would have said Shi no Numa was better than Doris if it had Pack-a-Punch.
There
So-
could be. Like, I don't know, but like I feel like if you had Pack-a-Punch on that map,
It's the only map that feels like needs it.
yes.
That doesn't have it. Because when you even play like the Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicles version, you're thinking to yourself, man, if it has Pack-a-Punch on this thing, I would play this map way more.
Hell yeah.
But it's the only map that doesn't have... even Varric doesn't really need it, I don't think. Varric was
If
different.
Varric had it, fuck.
It would be different for sure, but Shinonuma felt like the first big map that should have had something like that.
Yeah.
Didn't.
Yeah, I agree.
So
But I think that's why they added the Wonder Waffle and then just saved Pack-a-Punch. But
Yeah.
anyway, obviously first on the list is going to be Darius. I fucking love that map. It's still my favorite map to this day. It's just the playability for that map. I could fucking sit down and play that map for fucking hours. I love this map, especially if I'm gonna have like a late night session with the boys or something. And they're like, "Bro, what map do you want to play?" Fucking Darius. Every time I'm gonna say Darius.
Yeah, no, Darius, it definitely has. It's just it felt like the height of something great.
It did.
Really felt good. Going into my list here, I'm going to start off with number 4, Nocturne and Toten. It hurts to put it there, but I think it has to be there. It served its purpose in the way that it should have. A lot of times, it's the first person to do something or the first company to do something is never the one who did it the best, but they're the one who started the entire campaign.
Started
right?
the nostalgia.
They started it. So Nocturne and Toten, it has the history. I think it also, what it does better than a lot of these maps is it gives you the feeling that you're completely and utterly alone. You're completely by yourself. You are actually in a zombie apocalypse. The other maps, they start adding in all the bells and the whistles. Now it doesn't feel as lonely. It doesn't feel as daunting. Nocturne and Toten said, you're fucked. There's no way you're getting out of this. It was the first one to do it, and it did it perfectly. It was a dark, gray, concrete compound on a shitty, weathery, awful-looking day, and you just look out into the fog, and you see death coming straight at you. That is how you start something off.
Yeah.
Now, it's dead last on the list. That doesn't mean it's bad. Like Richie said, he said it hurts to put any of these at number 4 because you don't want to.
Exactly.
But Nocturne and Toten did it first, didn't do it the best, but it did it the right way. And how you needed to start it off, it started it off.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Shinonuma, and it really goes back to what I said earlier. Half the map is inaccessible. The water makes it almost impossible. Not just the water, but there's certain parts of the map where there's mud, and the mud is even slower than the water. So it's just, that part really frustrates me. I know that it's legitimate, like you have to go through the water a little bit, but I think there's way too much water, and there's way too much, like, there's only a few parts of the map that you can really honestly stay at and survive. So that's the one thing about Shinonuma. Also, like we said, no Pack-a-Punch. It really does feel like the one map that should have Pack-a-Punch, and it doesn't. I do like the entire vibe behind it, right? It's a giant area inside. Where is it, Japan?
I think so.
Yeah, so it's like a swampy area. I love that part of it. I think it looks great. I think it's one of the better looking ones in this entire list, but it was definitely there's just so much left to be desired in Shinonuma. So that's the reason it's sitting 3 on my list. Number 2 is Varric. Varric did a lot of things right. It really switched up the game when it came to, you go from a dark gray compound to literally you're getting perks. You're getting these weapons. You're getting these wide, like these dark hallways, and fucking you're kind of enclosed. You're in this dreary sanitarium place. There's Easter eggs where you hear people screaming and dying. There's blood everywhere. There's writing on the walls. Like, it really stepped up the game when it comes to something like that. And then you also get the traps, which that's something new. There's so many bells and whistles on this map. Not only that, you go to play your first game online, and you and one other guy are looking across the doorway to your 2 other teammates, and they're stuck on the other side. Now, that ended up being a bad thing, because if you had no microphones, like, there's no way you were going to survive past like round 20 because you're opening every single fucking door.
All you were doing is sitting there fucking jumping and knifing.
Yeah. So that's the one bad thing about it, but I think Varric did a lot of things really well, but it didn't do as well as the number 1 on my list. Darius takes all the best parts out of all the other maps before it, and it puts it together in the most perfect package that you could ever imagine. It has the vibe. It's a dark blue place. It's just like you can tell like something bad's gonna happen. It has the scare factor that Nocturne and Toten had, where you see the clock and it can't move past like 3 seconds. Like you're stuck.
Yeah.
You are fucking stuck here. It has all the Easter eggs you could want. You get all of the radios. You see Dr. Maxis's little name tag. You see the teddy bear floating. You see the teddy bear paw print. So you get all that lore, kind of looking around like what's going on here. You listen to the radios to figure out what's going on. Like holy fuck, this is really weird. Then you get the Wonder Waffle, and you get an objective now. Your objective is not only just to turn on the power, your objective is to open up all this shit so that you can upgrade your guns. And can we just say, no game got the Pack-a-Punch camo right other than World at War. All the other ones, they may have been more flashy, but World at Wars was badass.
Dude, they're like... It's like the weird metally looking.
Yes, it's like a purplish almost.
Yeah.
And Black Ops 1 fucked it up bad. Like theirs sucked. Black Ops 1 was terrible. But it just had everything you could ask for in a map, and it was so fucking good. And it's one of those, the other thing about it is, with all the stuff that you have to do in that map, if somebody's like, hey, I want to play zombies for the first time, which map should we play? I mean, you're saying that map every single time. There's no way you do any other map ever. Like that is the one you do. So Doris is definitely my number one. I don't think you can really put it too far. On the grand scheme of lists of all the maps, it's still going to be top 10 on almost everybody's list. There's no way it goes down. It's the best.
It's an ageless map.
It's an ageless map.
That's why they've remade it so many times. Is it's just so... It's so good at what it's supposed to do, and it throws you right back in the nostalgia, but it also gives you just like everything that you could possibly want. You get perks, you get the fucking traps, you get all the weapons, all the upgrading. Like you get everything that you could possibly want just wrapped up in this map.
And then you get the remasters of it, and the remasters are good as well. Like they adding in the perk on the little snow mound, like doing all that type of stuff in the later versions of the map. It's just good. But boys, that's all of our lists. I think that's those are some solid lists. Before we sign off, let's just reminisce on World at War a few more moments. I mean, it just had everything we could ask for. Also, the other thing about Doris was it had like the first real Easter egg where you get the sniper rifle upgraded and you start and play hide and seek.
With the teddy bear, you have to throw the monkey in the furnace, and then you shoot them all.
Yep.
Yeah,
that very, very interesting stuff there too. You get the songs. Now there was a song on the first two as well, on Varric and Shinonuma, but like this one was iconic. But all right, boys. Well, I think that's good. What do you guys think about World at War? Where do these maps rank on your list? Thank you guys for tuning in to another Pack-a-Pod, a Call of Duty Zombies podcast. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to keep up with us, we're going to be in the process of making a Discord here in just a few weeks, and then we also have the Instagram and the Twitter, so don't be afraid to go on down and say what's up, follow us, DM us, say whatever, and then we're going to go from there. And if you want more of content like this, we also have the Grab My Banner podcast on Apex Legends. But before we head out, boys, let's say one last salute to World at War. Give it one last thing you want to say about it.
I love you.
I love you too.
I love you 3.
We'll catch you guys next week.
See you.
Bye.
U.S. Cellular noticed that the way we use our phones has gotten ironic. A phone
siding, doors, and roofing. That features hit at Ho-Chunk
Pod Call of Duty Zombies podcast. I'm here with Kyle and Richie.
Huge rock legends. One great show. The 80s Rock Tour. July 5th at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Must be 21 to attend concert.
It is another episode of the Pack-a-Pod Call of Duty Zombies podcast. I'm here with Kyle and Richie, just the same as last week. And boys, I think our podcast is not only going to do well because I think we have a good amount of zombies knowledge to talk about and memories to reminisce on. I also think it's going to do well because Vanguard Zombies seems to be one of the most garbage experiences of all fucking time.
All times.
All time.
Well, it's an unfinished game. That's what a lot of people are saying, is that it just looks like it's unfinished. There's some shit that just ain't right with it. And
it's not round-based zombies, which makes zero sense. There's no wonder weapon. What?
The reason that I play zombies is because it's round base and it's enjoyable.
Well, and also my favorite part is getting the new wonder weapon in my fucking hands and feeling the power, okay?
Well, either way, speaking of wonder weapons, we're going to get your guys' minds off of Vanguard Zombies for a few moments because we've got a jam-packed episode for you guys here today. This is the all wonder weapons episode where we're talking all of the weapons throughout all of Zombies history because, boys, there's been some fucking awesome wonder weapons. There's been some fucking garbage wonder weapons. There's been some that are just pretty funny and fun to use but not that useful. And then there's some that are funny and useful. There's a lot of different types of wonder weapons throughout this entire game. Wonder weapons really are a catalyst and a huge part of Zombies because it added another wrinkle to the fold of how many different weird things could happen in this stupid game mode.
Yes.
Obviously, you have zombies running at you and it never fucking ends. But then you throw on top of it weapons that can shrink a zombie and turn it into a child that you can kick. You've got weapons that turn a zombie into a human that all the other zombies then chase. There's lots of different ones around here, but I think we can all start with the fact that the first one ever really set the stage for all the ones before that.
I agree.
The ray gun. The beautiful, beautiful ray gun. It set the tone. I think you can all remember, everybody here listening can remember the first time they ever got the ray gun and the mystery surrounding it. Whether you already knew about it or not, you were just waiting to get that ray gun. The fact that it could also kill you.
Also kill you.
Something that was so great and awesome could also be so terrible and destroy all of your hopes and dreams.
Everything that you had worked hard for, all those rounds you have completed, you could shoot the ground 3 times and kill yourself.
Yeah. Especially as you got into the later maps in World at War, you would shoot the ray gun, it would backfire on you, and it would show that you still had all your perks, but you knew for a fact that you didn't. So you'd either have to go ahead and kill yourself and rebuy your perks, but it was just the beauty of the ray gun. It was like raising a small child. There's going to be days where you take the child into Walmart and they're kicking and screaming and drawing all the attention to you that you don't want to have. And then there's other days where you walk in and every single person's like, that's such a cute baby. I love your baby. That was the ray gun. But boys, before we get into the rest of the show, we've got obviously the Raise Energy question. We're going to choose our perks and then get into the main topic here. But before we get into the show, I wanted to bring up some quirks about these wonder weapons because there was a lot of them. And since we're already on the topic of the ray gun, I wanted to bring up the fact that what happened to the ray gun after Black Ops 1? They took an axe to the weapon. Like, it was almost useless any game after Black Ops 1.
It was so bad that you never wanted to pick it up, literally, unless you had PhD Flopper. And then they took PhD Flopper out of the game, so you never wanted to pick it up anyway.
It was just a glorified crawler maker at that point.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
And on every map after, it was so sad to watch the fall from grace from the ray gun because it was, like we just talked about, it is the holy grail. It is the most memorable part of Zombie. Would you say it's the most memorable part of Zombies?
I would say if you're an old player, it is. Because, I remember getting it out of the box for the first time and you being like, what the fuck?
I would say even the people who didn't play Zombies a whole lot, they
knew,
remember the ray gun.
Yeah, they knew what it was.
Also, I think as a podcast, I think we have to all come together on this. The VR11 underrated. It's not on my underrated list in the actual show.
It's a dog shit weapon.
But we got to pretend like we love the I won't say underrated. Let's just all agree that we love the VR11 on this podcast. Let's just say it. We all actually hate it, but let's just pretend that we like it.
I love it.
I love
the VR.
It's
Dude, the
so
fuck yeah,
fucking
dude.
The
good.
VR11,
I fucking
bro,
love it.
it's so good.
Put respect on its name.
Yeah,
dude.
bro. I got it out of the box and I'm like, oh yeah.
This is the best gun fucking ever.
It's got fucking 12
Yes, sir.
shots. And then
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, but I got a fun fact for you guys that you didn't know about the VR11
What's
that I
that?
read when I was doing research is if you upgraded the VR11 and you shot your teammate with it, they would be avoided by zombies for 10 to 15 seconds. Not only would they get that, so they could go revive down teammates or whatever, but they could also basically get it. It wasn't confirmed, but it was borderline insta-kill abilities the entire time that they had that shot on them.
What the fuck? Bro, what? How? Why didn't we know this?
I don't
It
know.
would have been so useful back then.
That's what I'm saying. It does add a little bit to the VR11. So while we do actually fucking hate the gun, we are a VR11 podcast. because of that reason and that reason only. It was funny as fuck. We can all agree that it was just funny.
Dude,
That dude shit his pants every time he popped up. Like,
I know.
oh, fuck.
Watching a dude in a suit just run into ice cold,
No.
freezing water.
Yeah, it's the fact that it's like this ugly ass zombie in the middle of the ice, in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's just fucking cold as fuck. And you shoot him with a gun, and he gets a suit magically out of nowhere, and he's fucking like, oh shit, bro.
He's like, wait, hold on. What the fuck is this?
VR 11 forever, baby. But all right, boys. Well, let's get into the Raise Energy question of the week. Don't forget to head on down to repsports.com where you can use code BANNER for 15% off all Raise Energy products. Code BANNER, boys. Last week, we had a very serious discussion about where we would establish a piss and shit corner on
Yes.
Nocturne and Toten.
Very important.
And in the second episode, we're kind of going similar, but not completely. Since we're talking about wonder weapons here, I figured it would be perfect to use wonder weapons in not exactly their intended purpose. So, boys, Raise Energy question of the week. Which wonder weapon would you use to unclog your toilet? There's lots of good options
There's
out
lots
there.
of good options. I got two really good ones.
All right, why don't you go ahead and start?
Okay. So I got the baby shrink ray. All right.
Okay.
You know, we were all thinking it. Okay. You jam that bitch down there, you shrink this shit down, bro, and you're done.
There you go.
You hit the flush, we're good.
Okay, that's actually way easier than I thought. I
Yeah,
didn't even think of that.
But also think that you only got a certain amount of time before they come back to their regular
Yeah.
size.
By that time, they're already long gone in that sewer. all
Yeah,
right?
see, what I worry about with the baby shrink ray is, it doesn't stay small forever, so you got to flush that bitch fast. And if it doesn't make it all the way through, you could have some clogged pipes on your
Yeah, I was
hands.
gonna say, you're gonna
But
have a burst pipe.
most of the time, I think you're going to be all right. I like just having a baby shrink ray on hand. Like,
Yeah.
imagine most people, you walk into their bathroom, you see, like, the toilet paper stand, and then you see, like, a plunger right next to it, maybe, like, a toilet bowl scrubber. You walk into Kyle's bathroom, it's the fucking toilet paper stand, and then a fucking baby shrink ray
It's
leaning
just,
up
it's
against
just
the wall.
leaned up against the wall.
Fucking, it's just a hilarious visual to have, to
Yes.
see that sitting there. Richie, what do you got?
well, I believe Kyle has a second one.
Go ahead and shoot
Go,
another.
go ahead,
All
shoot
right,
another
all
one.
right.
I'll come
Okay.
back around to mine.
Okay, so
Mine's a little bit more crazy.
okay, so my first one, I do have a second one as well, is the thunder gun.
This is such a terrible
Dude,
option.
I don't know what
I don't know what you're doing. Thinking you're gonna shoot a blast of air at a toilet bowl full of shit. That's what you're gonna do.
Okay.
That you thought in your head, you're like, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, because guess what? You just put it right above the toilet. Bam! It really is like a plunger. It just shoots it right. Bam! You're done.
You don't
even
think
have
you're
to flush.
You don't think
have
you're
to flush.
blowing up the bathroom in a different way at that point?
If you really want to get crazy, I'll use the baby shrink ray. Shoot the thunder gun. This way, it's only a small burst of air.
Then it just splashes back, hits you in the face.
Hey, high risk, high reward.
There we
This
go.
is what I'm picturing. So Richie standing over the toilet cake with the fucking thunder gun, and he fucking shoots it. It blows all the water out, and then the fucking sewer drain out in the middle of the street just fucking boom, like blows off the top, and
the
it's
manhole
fucking,
cover just
yeah,
pops
it just
off.
pops off and just raining shit out in the fucking.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I really don't know how I didn't think of the baby shrink ray and the thunder gun. I mean, I made fun of it, but it may not be any better than my first option here. I chose the Winter's Howl. So what I'm gonna have
Brother.
when you walk in, no, hold on, let me explain. You're gonna walk into my bathroom, and instead of seeing a plunger there, you're gonna see a small Winter's Howl, and you're gonna see a large crowbar just sitting there up against the wall, and you'd be like, "What's this for?" Well, sir, madam, whoever you are, when you clog my toilet, you're going to grab the Winter's Howl, you're going to shoot it down into the bowl. It's going to freeze all of the water. You're going to take the crowbar, shove it into all of the frozen water, pull it out like it's an ice cube, and then just drop it outside. That's it.
That's all you're doing.
That was my plan.
Bro, that is okay. So
That is
so
the worst idea.
I'm gonna tell you why.
It's just a
that's-
shit popsicle.
No, I'm gonna tell you why that's just one of the worst options. Is because now you have to walk with a frozen shit popsicle
But
through your living room, around your family, around your wife, your kids. Hey, you know what the business is.
hey, In my household, it'll just become commonplace. You're just going to see like a kid walking out with the shit popsicle and be like, hey, good one, bud.
I know you laid a good shit in there, bro.
But yeah, that was my first one. Like I said, I don't know how I didn't think of the
other two.
I don't know how I didn't think of the baby shrink ray, but yeah, so that was my first one.
Okay.
All right.
So my second one, mine kind of goes along the ways of Richie's, but it's the upgraded Blundergat.
Okay.
Okay.
So
please explain this.
So if
one.
you ever use the upgraded Blundergat, okay, and you shoot it, it destroys everything in its path.
including your toilet.
Everything, okay?
Yeah, okay.
So
I see where you're going
you
with
get
this.
a big ass Blundercat, okay, and you just shove it down there and you pull the trigger, the rest is history. You don't even got to worry about it.
Okay.
So that's why it's a second option.
better than Wyatt's slightly.
Probably, yeah, just a little bit.
I mean
Actually, it might be a little worse, but not by much.
I think I just make the pipe bigger around where I'd be stiffing it down there. So then, when I do the big blast, it doesn't do as much damage.
Okay,
Well-
so bulletproof pipes.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you
That's-
go.
Yeah,
Well-
everyone has those.
Kyle, I actually had a similar strat to you, which is just my second option is just you're getting rid of the toilet. Like that's my second option as well. So in this one, you're gonna need a large what are they called? The crescent wrenches to undo the toilet from the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You have a Gersh device, and you're just gonna throw it next to the toilet and kind of kick it in there, and then you're buying a new toilet. But it's a second option for a reason. It's not my first option. It's my second option. Now the toilet bill is going to be a little higher than maybe you want. So you're really going to want to kind of plan around this.
Yeah.
Like in my household, we might have a meeting every month about like how our bathroom habits need to improve, especially if that's my only option is the Gersh device. But that's what I'm going with for my second.
Okay,
That's solid.
but you also have to remember that the Gersh device teleports things
Oh,
in a relative distance. So you're going to have a random toilet.
Yeah.
Possibly pop into your bed while your wife is, sitting there waiting for you.
Yeah.
And she's going to say, why am I covered in shit and there's a toilet?
Well, I'm hoping, once again, it's a second option.
Well, I'm hoping it just makes it to the neighbor's yard and we don't really have to worry about
Yeah,
it.
that's kind of what I was going for, Richie. Kyle, you summed it up perfectly. Yes, it's not the best. Richie.
Okay, so we all know the Wonder Weapon from Transit, that jet engine where it sucks things through.
fuck.
Okay, but hear me out.
That's such a good one.
So you take a big, trash bag like the Costco size ones, put it on the end of that thing, and then you just aim it right at the toilet and you just suck it right up.
That's actually a
That's
much
actually
better
really
option than
solid.
both of our second options.
Honestly.
Bro, I'm only here for the win. all
Yes,
right?
I like that. I
That's
actually really
actually
like
really
that's
good.
that's a good one. My last one, if you've ever played the map Buried, not only is there the paralyzer, but there's also a wonder weapon called the time bomb. I am a frequent overwiper. It's something I've been plagued with since I was a little kid. I overwipe. A lot of times I clog the toilet. It's not because of the actual act that was done upon the toilet. It was from the overwiping. I put too much toilet paper in there, and it makes a whole mess, and it's awful. So I use the time bomb. I have it sitting next to the toilet. I make sure, like, say, for instance, I clog it up. I just hit the time bomb. I go back in time a little bit, make sure I don't wipe too much, maybe use one or two less wipes, flush it, it goes down. Now I can finish it, and I don't have to worry about it. Actually, might be better for just a good first option, but there's also some times where you could go back in time as many times as you want.
You're
That
not
thing,
gonna change the outcome.
yeah, that thing is just
it's
it's just
just-
going to be
it's-
too big for a time bomb to even help out. All right, well that should just about do it for the Raise Energy question of the week. Don't forget to head on down to repsports.com where you can use code BANNER for 15% off. Which wonder weapon would you guys use to unclog the toilet? There's lots of options out there. Let us know what you think or what you think about some of our options. We're going to move on into the Choose Your Perks section of the show. So boys, let's grab our perks. Maybe a map that came out later. All right, here we are getting ready to grab our perks. Now, boys, there was a lot of maps throughout Zombies history and lots of wonder weapons throughout Zombies history.
sir.
But some of those maps felt like they could have had a different wonder weapon from maybe a map that came out later on in the future, or maybe a wonder weapon that was already out that you were like, it would have done a lot better on this map. So today what we're going to do is we're going to choose 4 maps that we replace the wonder weapon that was on the original map with something that we think would have done better. So boys, I'll go first. Lots of great options here, but I think one that stands out to me, number 1, on original Varric, there was no wonder weapon. Correct. They had the PPSH and they had the ray gun. I guess you could kind of say the ray gun was a wonder weapon. Mm-hmm. On the next map, there was the Wonder Waffle, which was like a map-specific wonder weapon, and then we started seeing those throughout, the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Now, in the Black Ops 1 version, where they remastered the map and released it on some hardened version or something like that, they added in the Winter's Howl from 5. The wonder weapon that would freeze zombies, and then if you quickly swapped to your other weapon and shot one bullet, all of them would just disintegrate. It was one of my favorite wonder weapons of all time. And I really do believe that if they would have had that on the original Varric, I know it was on the Black Ops 1 version, but if they would have had it on the original Varric, it would play so well on a map with that much tight quarters, having that type of weapon. And you know what the worst part about it is? On the Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicle version, they replace it with the Wonder Waffle. Nothing against the Wonder Waffle, but you already put the Winter's Howl on that map and then you take it away. That sucks. But I really do think that Varric should have had the Winter's Howl as like a map exclusive wonder weapon. That's obviously my favorite one right there. I think that would be the best. Now, going on to my number 2, the VR11 on Die Rise. Die Rise is a notoriously weird map in the fact that you could literally fall off and die at any second.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was so many twists and turns and like places, roofs that you could fall off of.
Yeah, it's roof.
It's
Rough.
Especially with the Soliquifier, right? Because the Soliquifier, while it was a solid wonder weapon against the zombies, it could be awful for you because you could fall off from the Soliquifier yourself. I feel like the VR11 being able to transform a zombie into a human and then the human just runs off the roof would have been such a better option.
That's
because
honestly a sick idea.
Yeah, because you don't have to worry about dying. Like, you don't have to worry about running and falling off or anything like that because you shot the wonder weapon that you built. You just get this gun. You get to fucking let them fly off the edge. And the one thing about the Soliquifier that I learned from doing some research here, you couldn't pack-a-punch it.
Nope.
So having a weapon that you can pack a punch on Die Rise, I think would have been a lot better. And having this one where the human just falls off, first of all, that's a funny visual, just watching the guy fall off and all the zombies fall off with it. And maybe it would have made it better because right now we're talking about it being on Call of the Dead not being that good. We are a VR11 podcast. Don't forget that. This is just I have to say this is a sidebar. That's all this is.
Sidebar.
But I think it would have done a lot better on Die Rise, and I think it would have been a lot better of an option. My third perk that I'm going to grab here is the Kraken. Now, a lot of people don't like Black Ops 4, and I think a lot of zombies players kind of fell off during Black Ops 4. But if you did, you missed out on a very good and solid wonder weapon that was on the Voyage of Despair map. The Kraken was badass. It was really good, and you could also get elemental changes. And me and Kyle went through all those elemental changes, and we found like all the good ones. I believe the ice one was the best.
The ice one was fucking lit. The lightning one was sick too.
The lightning one was good as well.
I will say that elemental changes just bring so much more to the table in your play style.
So
it's
much
incredible.
versatility because then you kind of get to choose the way that you want to play. And the way that you want to use the weapon. So with the Kraken, I referred back to Call of the Dead. We've already talked about the VR11 so much, but the Call of the Dead is a great map, and I think it would have been even better with a high tier wonder weapon.
Yes.
Throwing the Kraken on there with its a cannon. We're talking about boats here. Call of the Dead obviously had the huge boat. You have that in there. It goes along with the lore, but also adds a huge, awesome element to that map, and I think it would have really brought Call of the Dead to a whole nother level and would just made it much better. And my final perk is Alistair's pistol for Shadows of Evil. And this one is strictly, the reason why it's my dead last one, I do like the Apothecon Servant. I think it's probably one of the better wonder weapons. It ranks up there, and I think it's good on Shadows of Evil. I really only picked Alistair's pistol from Night of the Dead because it has the vibe, right? It has the vibe of, an old what was that time? The 20s or 30s, right?
Yeah.
And it just has like that weird, 20s, 30s vibe. It comes from the night of the, or what was it? What was it called? Or no, it was Dead of the Night.
Dead of the Night.
Yeah, it was from Dead of the Night. The giant haunted mansion map in Black Ops 4. You throw that in there, I just feel like it adds a whole nother vibe to Shadows of Evil.
It also was one of the most busted fucking guns of all time.
It was essentially just a ray gun, but it was shaped in the form of a pistol.
Not only that, when you upgraded it all the way, it fucking shot tornadoes out of it.
Which is badass. So I think it just would have fit for the entire Shadows of Evil vibe. But those are my 4 perks. Boys, who wants to go next?
I'll go next. For my number 1 pick, we're going back to Nocturne Totem.
Oh, yeah.
The OG.
There we go.
It deserved one.
And I had a similar feel to what Wyatt had to say. I said that the Winter's House should have been on this map.
I think it would have done well.
I think because it's so close quartered and you just needed something to when the zombies were on your ass, you just needed them off.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you could just whip out the Winter's House, shoot them, and then fucking pop one bullet and kill them all, it would give you the time to be able to get through that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that was the most underrated part about the Winter's Howl was the fact that you could run so fast with it. There was so much versatility with the speed and the ability to run around with the Winter's Howl.
Yeah, just trying to I feel like that map just needed something to help you there. Number 2, Die Rise. I'm taking out the Slickle Fire and we're putting in the Thunder Gun because I feel like shooting fucking zombies off the map would be hilarious.
sick.
I said the VR11 was a great visual. Blowing zombies off the fucking roof on that map would be an even better visual. That would be so sick.
Like I'm just picturing you like you're on the like where the fucking quick revive is and stuff where you have to build the trample steam.
Yeah.
And you're just fucking and they're just flying off the map.
That'd be awesome.
And then Call of the Dead, I said the Blundergat because I think that Call of the Dead, the VR11 is absolutely the best wonder weapon of all time.
So,
There you go.
Sidebar here.
VR11 podcast.
VR11 podcast.
It was so fucking bad. Like, it was so
dog
fucking
shit.
bad.
It was the
But
most dog shit.
We fucking love the VR11.
Yeah,
though.
the VR11 is like
it's
the
hella
best
good.
gun of all
Actually,
times.
Yeah, I love dog shit.
So anyways, yeah, I put the Blundergat on there. Plus, I feel like the Acid Gat would just be fucking sick on that map because it does the same exact thing. Like,
Yeah.
it attracts all the zombies to it and then blows up.
I think it also, in a weird way, it kind of matches in the way that you have a map covered in ice. So why not make the wonder weapon do the exact opposite and be on fire or like lava, right? So it kind of, in a weird way, it's so opposite that it matches.
Yeah. And then my last one, I got Firebase Z. I didn't really like the Ray K.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was all right, but it was just kind of a shittier version of what I'm going to replace it with. The GKZ-45MK3, which if you don't know, is the super weapon from Gorod Krovi, which was like a fucking ray gun, fucking blaster, black hole gun that you got from that map that did the exact same thing as the Ray K, except it was way fucking better.
Yeah, the issue with the Firebase Z map, and I love Firebase Z, it almost felt like they didn't give you enough time to swap back over to the other ammo type. So you would shoot the black hole, and then you'd have to switch back and try to get the shot off so that they could all disappear.
Yes.
But it almost never worked because it took too long to swap back
over. Yeah.
And I feel like if they gave you just a little bit more time, like maybe even 0.5 of a second, it helps out and makes that wonder weapon a lot better.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day on Firebase, you're kind of not using that gun anymore. If you have it, it's like you have Mule Kick and it's kind of your third option, but you're using your other two weapons that are just because, Cold War zombies, you're getting ammo all day long. You never need a max ammo on Cold War zombies. But yeah, I like your list. I really love the Die Rise one. I think
was a good one.
Die Rise has such. We'll talk about this on another episode, and we've talked about doing this topic. But maps that could use a rework that could actually go from dog shit to absolutely amazing. Die Rise is at the top of my list.
Die Rise has such potential, but it's just so...
They just need to change a few things.
It just falls just a tad short.
Just a tad short. Richie.
All right, yeah. So let me hit y'all with some good ones. Knocked, that's my first one. All right, so Knocked, we want the Wonder Waffle. And let me tell you why. The Wonder Waffle on that map, you can tell when you're about to get stuck in a shitty situation. You swap it out, you electrocute some zombies, and the fact that it just spreads so far, that's going to take care of most of your problems, especially when there's a fat swarm coming your way. And you can shoot at least 3 times, so that's going to take care of any major problems that you have relatively quickly.
I also like the fact that if you throw the Wonder Waffle on that map, especially if it's original knocked, not only are you giving it a better weapon, but you're also keeping the integrity of World at War, because it can still kill you like the ray gun and like the Wonder Waffle could do all the way out, through all the rest of the maps. So you're keeping it integral, but you're also adding in something cooler that I think the map could use.
Well, also, another thing is you don't have to worry about fucking Juggernog on that map. So, like, you could just blast away.
Yeah, you can blast away. You can electrocute yourself as many times as you fucking want.
You're like, who gives a fuck?
Fuck it. Second, I have Ascension with the Winter's Howl. I think that there's so many... At least one solid circle in my mind that I have. I know that there's probably about 2 that would be ideal for this, but the one that I constantly would run would be where PhD Flopper was. So I think that the Winter's Howl right there, sometimes you have a lot of zombies come up from that staircase right there while you already have a fat swarm already chasing you. So I think that the Winter's Howl would be a perfect one in order to stop the swarms, and then you just stop for a second, shoot them, disintegrate them, and bam, you're back on your way.
The one thing I'm learning about this is how versatile the Winter's Howl is.
The Winter's Howl should have been in more maps, and I don't know why it wasn't.
Not only did it work well, I think it took a lot of people some time to figure out how to actually use it, because I think a lot of people were just freezing the zombies and then running away, not realizing that if you literally shot one bullet, a whhole crowd would disintegrate.
They just die.
But not only was it good, but it also looked cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was just one of the cooler looking ones.
It had like a cool... It was like a... It kind of looked like a Western pistol, but it was like in the futuristic.
Yeah,
it had like a modern... You know what it kind of... It looked like maybe it was something from the Van Helsing universe or something like that.
Something like that.
See, to me, it looks more of like if Cowboys made a comeback in the 2080s.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
something like that. Like Cowboys in the space Cowboys in the future. Bro.
Yeah, like you bring together those two things. But yeah, the Winter's Howl is so versatile, and I think it could fit on so many different maps.
Yeah.
And the fact that they've never really gone back to it is weird. I just find it weird.
Well, it's only on 5, and then when they redid Verdict and the hardened version.
And then that's it.
And then when they made 5 again.
Yeah.
That's it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sucks.
So for number 3, I have Moon, and I'm going with the Baby Shrink Ray.
Oh.
Dude.
See, so why the reason that I chose
That
this...
is actually a good one.
That's a great one.
It's a great one. So the reason that I chose this is because if you think of the astronaut, every time you kill him, he gets stronger. If you can just shrink him, kick his ass off the moon, you're good to go. But also, having the 0 gravity, especially when you're running a circle outside, the wave gun can be useful, but I would rather take the Baby Shrink Ray, because if you just shrink them, you jump over them.
Not to mention the visuals that we're talking about here. We've talked about funny visuals on this.
0 gravity.
Seeing 0 gravity baby zombies float off into space.
Bro.
Like, are you fucking
That'd
kidding
be
me?
hilarious.
Are you fucking kidding me? That would be amazing.
It's already funny enough when you're on fucking
Shangri-La.
Shangri-La and you're on the bridge and you just shoot them and you just see them all fly off the bridge.
All right, so actually I'm going to visit Shangri-La with my 4th one. I'm choosing the Slickifier on Shangri-La.
Ooh, interesting.
So when you run, well, not run it, but when you have that set up to where somebody's watching the tunnel and then you have somebody watching the bridge. So if you have the Slickifier, especially this is going to be key use for the fire zombies and for the wind zombies. If you can slow down that wind zombie, oh my, because that guy will fuck you up all day long, especially if you're running a crowd. So if you could slow that guy down, take care of him real quick, you're good to go in a stressful situation. But also, you pop off 3 shots of the Slickifier, they're just sliding down, tripping and falling, stumbling on that bridge. I mean, you could take out crowds all day.
You know what's interesting about that too is, what if the Siliquifier also allowed you, if you shot the ground in front of that that one part of Shangri-La where you have to hope that the pattern goes the right way for you?
Yeah.
What if you could shoot the ground so you could go
Just
across
slide.
it without having
Just
to
like a
wait?
slip
Yeah,
and
just
slide.
slide
Just
right
slide
through it.
across.
That's a good idea.
Dude, that would make the map so much better.
Way better. But well, just for the person who had the super weapon, but it would still be good.
I mean, if you're
running in a train and you all got to get across it, because guess what? Sometimes people got locked out of that fucking
That's
thing and
real.
then died.
Dude, that's the reason why I feel like I could never get a 50 bomb on that map, is because of that exact thing lightning. Not only that, but the little spikes that shoot up.
Yeah.
But if you could coordinate a team, because I feel like the only way that you can get a decent 50 bomb on original Shangri-La, not Black Ops 3 Shangri-La, original Shangri-La, is if you have a coordinated effort, all of you guys running the same circle, and it's the whole map. If you were able to do that with the solidifier and just shoot across like that, so all three of you guys could get across, I think your chances go up like 50-fold. Like that's actually a great option. I love that option.
Just get the same pattern every time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say here right now that I have the best picks of this one so far.
I think those
Pretty
were some
solid.
I do agree with. I think I agree with that because the solidifier one I did not think about. I look at the solidifier like I look at a giant turd on the ground.
And that's
but
why
you have opened my eyes.
That's why I don't want to talk to you
But see,
for the rest of the podcast.
No, but see, you've opened my eyes because maybe the reason I looked at it as a turd was because it was just on the wrong map.
It's on the wrong
It's just
map.
on the wrong map. It's on a map where you can literally fall off at any time. I would argue more people have died falling off Die Rise than actually getting killed by zombies.
That's
Like,
100%.
I wish we
Yeah.
could see stats of that. Like, I wish I could just look up to Jesus and be like, hey, you got some stats for me real quick? I want to know how many people died on Die Rise from actually the zombies, not just falling off the map.
He just looks
Fast
at you,
forward like
bro.
80 years in the future, fucking Wyatt gets to heaven. He's like,
That's the first thing I asked.
hey, Jesus, listen, I really need to know, man.
He's like, my son, what would you like to know first? The secrets of the world, how the pyramids were built? Would you like to know any of the 7 wonders of the world? Be like, Jesus, listen, dog. I just want to know how many people died on Die Rise to zombies compared to how many people died on Die Rise to falling off the fucking map. And then you'd be like, wise. Be like, I've been waiting forever to ask somebody to ask me that question. And be like, well, that's Jesus. That's what I'm here for.
Tell him,
Jeez, that's what I want to know.
Jesus, the pearly gates can wait, but honestly, this cannot.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this. So boys, we're gonna move on into the main topic of the show, where we're gonna go through the best, worst, most overrated, and most underrated wonder weapons in our humble estimation, as well as our favorites. We're gonna hit a quick ad, and we will see you guys on the other side.
Everywhere in Wisconsin, there's a free local aging and disability.
College would be like high school. I worried about starting over and feeling alone. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I'm part of a community, and I've never felt alone. My instructors have been incredible, and I made so many friends and connections. My advice to others, don't let your fears stop you. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Find your Amex card and earn rewards on everyday purchases like points on groceries. See if you pre-qualify with no impact on your credit score. Learn more about our offers at americanexpress.com/check-4-offers. Your credit score may be impacted if you submit an application. Terms apply.
All right, here we are, boys and girls, getting ready to talk our favorite wonder weapons of all time, or the worst wonder weapons of all time, the best, the most overrated, and the most underrated. Now, there is a fucking slew of wonder weapons, including the explosives, including the melees. We're going to try to stick to the weapons here, but there's probably going to be a melee or an explosive here and there throughout these lists. But, boys, I think before we can say any of the best, worst, overrated, underrated, we got to start with our favorites, because we got to let people know that maybe we have an allegiance, and there's nothing wrong with allegiances. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just our humble opinion, just like you guys have your humble opinion listening right now.
And that just means that there is going to be a lot of slander right now.
A lot of slander, maybe some good debate, we would hope, but once again, this is life, and that good debate rarely happens.
And this is a VR11 podcast.
This is a VR11 podcast. If you guys even have one negative thing to say, fuck you. But honestly, that weapon, it was so fucking bad.
It was such a dog shit.
It sucked, dude. It fucking sucked. But anyway, we're a VR11 podcast, so don't ever say some bullshit.
Don't question me.
Boys, who wants to go first with their top 3 favorite wonder weapons of all time?
I'll go first.
All right, hit it, Rich.
All right, so top 3. I'm obviously going to choose the Wonder Waffle as my number 1.
It's just nostalgic.
It's not that it's just nostalgic, but it just, I mean, when you can upgrade it, especially, I mean, Shino Numa didn't have that option, but when you upgrade it, I mean, you're set.
Would you say it's slappies?
I'm not going to say that it's slappies, but honestly, it's slappies.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Very much slappies.
And then number 2, if you say one negative fucking thing, I'm walking out of this podcast.
No, this
right
is your
now.
favorite. This is your favorite.
I need you.
This is your favorite. We won't say a word. I might have a look.
When I have it on my list, I might.
Can I at least look? Can I give Kyle a look? Is that allowed?
You can give Kyle a look, but if you look at me, I swear to God.
Okay, I'm just gonna let. I'm gonna
All
listen.
right, number 2, I have the Slick of Fire. Don't you fucking dare! Don't you fucking dare! Okay. What do you got? What are your opinions, huh, guys? What
You said don't say a word. You said don't say a word. You said don't say a word.
I'm trying to bait you.
You're debating us.
I just looked at
I'm
Kyle.
trying to bait you because I need to roast. I just looked
at my good pal Kyle.
Yeah,
that's all I did.
All right,
Your third one.
Number 3 is gonna be the Thunder Gun.
Yeah, I mean that's. As far as like actual power, yours are much better than mine. I literally just went off of what I thought was funny and or what I liked. So, I mean, that's what a favorites list is,
Pretty
right?
much, yeah.
That's what it is.
We
didn't say anything about. We didn't say anything about. We didn't say a single word about the solidifier. We may have exchanged a glance. We didn't say a single word, not one word.
Nope.
I'll go next. I'm going to start off by saying the VR11. I'm just kidding. My number 1 is actually, it's not hard to figure this out if you listen to me talk. It's the Winter's Howl. I've always loved the Winter's Howl. I'm not a big Wonder Weapons guy. Everybody at this table knows this. I usually let whoever I'm playing with at the time grab the Wonder Weapon. It's always been my thing where I kind of let anybody else take it. The one weapon that I ask for every single time, please just let me get the Winter's Howl. That's all I want. I love the Winter's Howl. I don't know what it is. I used to play a lot of 5 when I lived. I used to live up in the mountains, and I didn't have internet, so I would just play 5 and Kino over and over and over and over again. But 5 has more nuance to it, right?
Oh, yeah.
You've got a lot more things going on in 5. Kino is pretty. You could get to round 30 fucking beaten off. But 5 is a little more difficult. So I think I love it just from all those days playing in my room 5 by myself.
Plus you got fucking Nixon and JFK.
Yeah, you've got all the fun
you do
stuff.
Have some funny characters.
You got some funny characters. But along with that, I do think the Winter's Howl is actually a decent weapon. I think it got a lot of disrespect. It really is. Even playing by yourself, you shoot twice. You switch to your other weapon, and you shoot one bullet, and they all blow up, and then you can run in your circle and do whatever you want. I really did like the Winter's Howl is my number 1. My number 2 is the Baby Shrink Ray, only for the fact that you turn zombies into babies and you fucking kick them. It wasn't actually a great weapon. It really wasn't a great weapon, but it was one of the funniest ones.
Yeah,
if you had to rank funny weapons, it'd be like VR11, Baby Shrink Ray, fucking Golden Spork, because it's a spork. So that's my second favorite one. And then my third favorite one, I hated Black Ops 4 zombies. I really did despise it, but I loved the Kraken.
The Kraken's so
I
good.
loved the Kraken, dude. Like the coolest part about the Kraken 2 was there's an Easter egg where you could get the Kraken if you do all the steps, and a Kraken tentacle comes over the side of the ship and hands it to you. Like, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck is right?
How do you hate that? Like, that is one of the best parts about Black Ops 4 Zombies. It did have a lot of Easter eggs that would give you cool shit like that. So Kraken's probably my third favorite one. You get the elemental stuff. It had like the 3 cannons on it.
Yeah.
So it would just kind of rotate. It was just awesome all the way around. I loved the Kraken to death. So that's my favorite.
My number one favorite of all time, and as always has been, you can ask anybody, is the Wonder Waffle, the Wunderbar, as I love to call it.
I think that's a lot of people's favorites.
Edward Wichthofen. And the next one are any of the staffs from Origins. My favorite one by far is the Wind Staff, just because it's fun as fuck, and you get to make tornadoes, which is just the coolest fucking thing. And the last one is like kind of a newer one, but I always loved the Apothecon Sir, especially when there was a glitch in the beginning when you could upgrade it. When it was upgraded, it was so fucking stupid. It was like you had like 27 shots and you just shot a black hole out that like sucked up everything. It was so good.
The best thing about the Apothecon Servant is the fact that it has an eyeball that's just constantly twitching.
It just looks
all the
at
time.
you, bro.
Yeah, like that part was so funny to me. I love the fact that you're basically just holding an alien.
You build it and then you stuff your arm in it.
Yeah,
like that's the way you shoot it.
It's just a great concept.
Yeah.
Shadows of Evil was a great map. Okay, so boys, we got our favorites out of the way. Now it's time to put those allegiances aside as best we can. It's still going to be hard to do. We're still going to hold our allegiances. We've got to put them aside the best we can and go through the best, worst, overrated, underrated. Let's start off with the worst. Boys, who wants to go? Now this can be, you can name as many as you want or just one or two, whatever you're feeling.
All right, I'll name them all off for you. Number one, we got kind of a newer gun. Okay, it's the new one from Die Machina. That gun is absolute dog shit. I don't care if it has infinite ammo. That thing is terrible.
Terrible. It's bad.
Even when you upgrade it with the elemental ones, most of those are just so lackluster that they fucking suck. Mm-hmm. They're bad.
Mm-hmm.
Next, this isn't really like a super weapon, but remember the Russian dolls from...
Oh, yes. They made such a big deal of the Natrushka dolls?
Yes.
Those were fucking terrible.
They were so bad.
They weren't even funny. Like, I thought they were going to be funny. You can always, if your weapon sucks, you can always, if you can make me laugh, I'll still like it.
Yeah.
It wasn't even funny.
No.
Like, they made the little voices, but that was it. It was so bad. It was so bad.
It was fucking garbage.
There was like a fucking 70% chance that these things were going to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
That, or the chance that it wasn't going to fucking hit anything.
It would sometimes it would do the thing too where you'd have a huge group, it would hit it, but then it would just create a crawler in the worst spot possible, and then you would end up dying or like getting seriously hurt or injured or go down, and your teammate would have to get you because the stupid dolls made a crawler in a terrible spot.
Yes. So those are the two worst ones, and then we have the VR11.
Yeah, I mean, we love the VR11. Like, it hurts to put it in that spot.
Yes.
But
Kyle didn't say that.
No, fuck the VR11. Honestly,
it was so fucking bad.
It was bad, and
it was dog water.
It was so bad.
So imagine this new map comes out. I'm so excited to play it, and I am obsessed with super weapons. I finally get the super weapon. Okay, I'm like, man, this thing looks cool as fuck. It only has 12 shots. Okay. I shoot one zombie, it turns into a human, runs away, gets fucking eaten, and then I go, that's it? That's all we get.
Yeah.
That's all I'm getting out of this fucking thing. You mean I shoot somebody, they turn into a human, all the zombies chase them. They don't even blow up. They
you know they fucked up too, because they made the Easter egg, you get the Wonder Waffle, and then they added in the second Wonder Weapon. Mm-hmm. Like, they know they fucked up by adding in all that extra stuff. It, like I said, it just made a really good map. I think it just made it worse.
from now.
Just hold it at gunpoint. You'll have your chance. You'll have your moment. Just not today, Sonny boy. Fucking Kid Boo. They're holding on to him hostage.
Fucking remember, it's the Python that fights Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku from that tournament.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm legit. You can literally check Dokkan right now. It's real.
Damn it. They're fucking up again. Also, let's see here. Put this audio back up to 40. I got all my artifacts, not all the documents though. I'm going after the intel now, because I think if I get the intel, I'll complete all my all my challenges for this one calling card. Plus, probably get some experience. Maybe.
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 Mario, I got the best tip of advice for summoning on Dokkan. When you summon on Dokkan, just eat a bar of chocolate. I won't feel shafted.
Eat a bar of chocolate. That is literally all I heard. What?
No, I said like, if you're summoning on a Dokkan banner or whatever it is, eat a bar of chocolate, you won't feel the guilt. Why are you fucking laughing, my guy?
Just
what?
Just have a bar of chocolate, Timmy. You won't feel the guilt when you're summoning on Dokkan.
Thanks, Dad. Now I don't feel guilty losing 800 stones. Some shit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, me heart stop.
What the fuck? Oh my goodness.
Shut up, Mr. Krabs. Shut the fuck up. Me and Squidward quit. And we gave Plankton the formula. Fuck you. That fucking meme. Oh, that fucking meme. SpongeBob being so fucking unhinged.
Every time SpongeBob is unhinged, it becomes like the most massive meme that gets passed around. Like SpongeBob swearing for the first time in ever. Like where he's like, "This is the one time in the year that I fucking work."
Glad to have it, knock on wood, but motherfucker.
You know?
Nah, I for real the freaking voice actor for real. It's just like, yeah, it's Christmas, dude. And you're serious? I want to be home.
With Gary and Patrick.
Yep.
And my homies. I don't want to be here.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing a short video of like the guy was showing like, I'll give you $100 if you can guess this character, and they showed up a picture of Squilliam tentacles, and everyone said, "Is that Squidward?"
No, not Squilliam tentacles. No, they're not in the same family. It's Squilliam Fancy Son. But close.
Well, yeah, but okay. I mean, I kind of forgot, but yeah.
But them saying that, like them guessing that, oh, is that Squidward? I swear, I would smack the goofy out them.
The last at the end of the video, this guy who says Squillia literally looks on his phone. Squilliam Fancy Son. But everyone else was they were like, "Is that Squidward?"
Squidward does not have that massive of a bushy brow. Because I think because I think that's what Squilliam's trademark was, is his fucking little unibrow.
And his fancy clarinet solo. But no joke, but yeah, nobody watched SpongeBob so that, okay, that's Squidward. And I'm like, huh? Dude, I still remember his name is Squilliam, at least.
Okay, I should probably get that other step out of the way before lawn. So, I need to get this door open. At least the research is coming along much better compared to how I started, where I barely got one piece of fucking research done, and it was like 3 hours of matches. Fucking hated it. I was like, damn it, I just want to get my research done while I'm slaying zombies. Is that too much to ask?
I wanted to do the same shit, be like, get my research in, but no, I was like, okay, I quit because I know it's being a pain in the ass.
Cause like I want to do shit while I'm doing other shit. I want to do something passive while I'm doing something active. But the game,
I could,
but the game was like, no, we can't do that. That's a big no-no.
I mean, in fair, I could just repeat the same quest till I get the giant monster, but it's kind of boring.
Kind of.
Well, mostly it's mostly boring because I have like no commentary, like from anyone. So it's just like, let's see, poke, 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 giant monster in the butt, poke, poke, poke. That's literally going in my mind.
What a funny way to describe it.
No, geez, the best way to describe when playing Lance when trying to do achievement hunting.
Poke, 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 poke.
Mostly it's poke, poke, sidestep, poke, poke, sidestep, poke, poke. That's what the community calls it anyway.
Oh my goodness. I feel them. Brain it, you fucking maggot addict. The only zombies I'm afraid of are the World at War zombies. These suckers? No. These suckers I'm like, bring it on. Like
damn, the World of War zombies do be kicking ass.
Reminds me of Monster Hunter Wilds. I have the same approach. I'm like, bring it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because back in World at War, I don't know if you heard my voice, but I was shaking a little bit. That was some real horror. This is not horror. This is how many fuckers can I shoot in the head today?
How many fuckers can I shoot in the head? Yeah, sounds about right.
Damn it, I need to get that water pressure. Come on. Come on. It's so agonizingly slow. Ooh, I could just pop a raindrops. Show you filthy mortals how we do it around here. Filthy Ningen.
Bad Ningen, bad. Go away.
Filthy Ningens.
I can picture fucking Zansu getting like a small fucking fan, slapping the small Vegeta, be like, bad mortals, bad, go away. Wow. Oh, your show.
Yeah, the paper fan smacking.
Yeah. Alright. Or the Vegeta being the fucking, a cat that just constantly smacking at her lips. Just
Damn, that's cool. Bet. I think this was the gun that I was looking forward to. Maybe this was the gun that I was looking forward to when I was thinking of the Vault Edition. It's got Electro Ball in the inspection animation.
Also, I'm a little late on Dokkan. Besides PyCon, the one Dokkan Fest before was a perfect sell, and he leads. Yeah, he leads tournament participants and new worldwide chaos stuff.
I might actually consider getting him, but I am now 10 times more behind on Dokkan than I originally was already. So now, in order to do one easy, I gotta go do another easy, and then the other, and then the other, and then select 4 more on top of that now.
Well, yeah, but I'm also a little late because I should have mentioned this at like 2 weeks ago, but I guess I kind of wasn't thinking.
You were busy, just like I was.
Well, I could at least mention it. I guess I just thought like maybe you weren't interested.
I mean, you wouldn't be too far off the mark. Okay, I need to upgrade this gun's rarity soon, or fucking have a Megler spawn, because this is getting annoying now. Alrighty. Here we go.
Oh yeah, someone mentioned to me like, no, it was on YouTube that like if Janemba was introduced to the gaming world, he would be deep fried, cooked like fried chicken, dude. His PyCon was literally calling him fat, dumb, and that was affecting him. Imagine what the COD players would do to him. Or Fortnite.
He was actually baffled when that actually affected him. He, like, Janemba was like, what the hell? I have a weakness? What the shit is this?
Weakness being called being called a bitch.
Being called a lot of insults, actually.
Nah, you know the Call of Duty, people be like, bitch boy and mom be looking as straight up don't got no chicken breast, huh? Why don't you get your bitch boy off this fucking game?
Yeah, Call of Duty nowadays compared to back then. Oh, back then, Janemba would be cooked. Nowadays, everybody's quiet because they don't want to get banned.
Nah, but back then for bye-bye.
Back then, he'd be cooked. GTA 5 lobby, he'd be cooked. I'm saying GTA 5 as in, like, not the PS4, PS5 version, I'm talking PS3. Dude, if I breathed wrong, I would be called, like, 10 different names within the minute.
And that seems harsh for something.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, everybody wants smoke with everybody. In the GTA 5 and Call of Duty lobbies.
Well, even if they didn't speak, you end up with the GTA 5 where just you're minding your own business, and then just some dude with a rocket launcher just comes out of fucking nowhere and just nukes you off the street. By the way, just for like literally just existing, like you could just spawn the world, and then within like a minute you're just killed off, and just go, what the hell? I know that's how my first experience with GTA 5 was, and I was immediately turned on. I was like, bro, am I? And the dude would actively go hunting me down. I'm like, wait, what? Why?
Yeah, my return to GTA 5 wasn't pleasant. I mean, it was pleasant, but not for long, because there would be that one person with the Oppressor Mark II. If you don't know what the Oppressor Mark II is, it's a floating bike. It's a floating bike with tracking missiles. Like, you cannot dodge them. They're tracking missiles. They will land.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
And people would go around in different lobbies and just fucking bully people with the damn bike. And worse yet, there are some people that actually would grab their friends, and their friends would have Oppressor Mark IIs. They'd have a whole entire organization and group together and go hunting after other players, bullying people out of the lobby. Bullying people out of the world.
Yeah, and then what next? They don't have anyone to bully. Then they bully each other.
And that's when Lord of the Flies kicks in.
Lord of the Flies?
Read it, watch it, whichever you prefer. You'll know the reference. You'll know what I'm referring to.
Two more.
Give me that key. Alrighty, time to go grab my damn jig gun and do my little intel hunt. And then exfil the hell out of here. Because I don't want to be in Liberty Balls. Oh wait, I just fucking ran past the damn place.
Actually, I should... I'm trying to look on. I should check in on your stream, see if Joshy Boy is in here.
He isn't.
I mean, it is past the 24-hour limit now, so, you know.
Yeah, he wanted me to do a 24-hour stream, and you agreed that over half it would be just me sleeping. So it would be boring.
Well, I've been on Twitch like a little bit earlier before I met you, and I'm pretty sure I watched a person who do a 24-hour stream. I even watched a playback, and I kid you not, I felt bad for the person. They would be like streaming for like 18 something hours, and then be sleeping for the next 8 to 10 hours, if maybe not even 12 hours sometimes.
And then end the stream.
Well, they would wake up and be like, okay, they're like, yeah, and then they would end the stream. Yeah, that's actually pretty accurate. I mean, some people would do like a free whole day stream, which was even more crazy because there was some person who, I don't remember their name, but watch them. They would, let's say they would game until like 3, and I kid you not, literally wake up at like 7 on purpose just to keep going. I'm like, damn, 4 hours of sleep?
You're fucking crazy.
And they did it for free all day straight, and then they didn't have any videos uploaded for the whole week because they're like, oh, alright, I needed like a free whole day nap right after that free whole day stream because lack of sleep.
Yeah, nice job, jackass. I wonder if I wonder if he just did it for fun or did it for charity, like something that's actually helpful.
Little hard to say. They said they were doing it for charity, but they also were doing it for fun. It was kind of in between.
Until it became not fun.
Well, they had said they did it like once, and then they said they would never do this again until like a month or two later. Because doing a 3 whole day stream is a nightmare. A nightmare for the editors too, pretty much. If I remember, 4 editors and modders are working on fucking overtime on Twitch.
The editors would have to go through every single second just to figure out which parts to cut out.
Yeah, the editors, modders, we're working overtime when somebody does a 3-hour stream, a 72-hour stream, and I'm like, yikes.
Yeah, imagine being the editor and having somebody send over a fucking file that's 72 hours long. It's just like, what the fuck? Nah, I best be getting paid extra for this shit. Whole 72-hour stream, you got me fucked up.
Nah, but for real, yeah.
Oh my gosh, how many fucking of these are there? Holy crap. There's way too many. I'm just looking for these different statues that are around the place, and apparently in order to get this one intel, you gotta go and get this thing to do this thing. Reminds me of Dokkan. If you want to do this EZA, you need these units, and these units have an EZA, so you gotta go to that EZA to do this EZA to go and do the next EZA.
Well, in Dokkan, it makes sense because if you lag behind on, doing the thing, then of course it's gonna be like a pain.
Yeah, but for new players, though, it's just like, what the fuck?
I mean, I don't think new players don't complain about it as much because they look at it as like free stones anyway. And, end of discussion there.
Oh my goodness.
No, for real. It do be like that.
Alrighty, and what the hell? Oh, you can get World Domination Achievement. Okay. What am I missing? Which one am I missing?
Hyper tornadoes. I love the part where Pycon's in the tournament and he's like, Beyblade, ready rip, Hyper Tornado activate. Or he starts spinning. It's fun. Oh. That's good.
There it is. I got it.
Let's go.
Check this out.
I'm about to check it.
Look, check this out. I'm a statue. With
What the fuck
lasers.
Laser beam vision.
Oh my goodness.
You're now the new superwoman.
I guess so.
Too bad you cannot cut through the truck and the cars. Just be like cut them in half. That would have been at a cool realism.
True that.
Actually, you would think that okay, in the zombie map they allowed actually destruction property.
You could
that actually
cheese the
make
boss
the maps
fight.
more.
You could cheese the boss fight by doing this. Like just doing the side quests and just doing this throughout the boss fight.
You know how I'd see. This is somebody's person would probably find out that they would just have their fucking mouse spin a whole 360 degrees nonstop, and then no zombie would really be able to touch him.
Like this.
Yep. Like I'll just stop. I mean, technically, it's cut around there every area, so.
Oh my goodness. Okay, can I get to my audio logs? Okay. So it's where? Oh, it's there. Okay. Alrighty. So he said it was over here. Maybe I already got it. Yep, I already got it. So, next one. Okay. Back of the graveyard. Oh, back by the back right corner. But I need to grab my juggy. My jugger. Alright.
Your jugger.
Boop. Grab my speed. I am speed.
Oh my gosh, no.
I am speed. Yeah.
That's so hilarious.
There we go.
Grab this, grab this, grab this.
Grab this, grab this, and this, and this, and this, and this.
And this and that, and fuck you. I'm kidding.
I mean...
Damn it, we're on the play conference, you motherfuckers.
Think, Mark, think.
What will this achieve you? Absolutely nothing.
Oh my goodness. That meme will never die. Will never die. People will keep quoting that one.
Expect them to.
Including me. Okay. Ah, you're a fucking bastard. If you don't know how to open the vault, you can go to my description, you fucking peasant. What a dick.
I don't know how to open the vault. Oh no.
Okay,
Why is the fucking service being like this?
Yep. The game just fucking crashed.
Why is YouTube being like this?
Oh no, it's not YouTube, it's Call of Duty. That doesn't surprise me though, because everybody is fucking night owls, I guess.
Ah, yes, because we got nothing else to lose.
But thankfully, there's going to be a temporary save file, so I don't care. World domination. Tap into your supervillain side. What a vague.
I must be born a supervillain.
What a vague. What a vague description on how to get it. Okay, so first number is in the bank on the teller's counter on a sticky note. This is the first number. It helps to hop up on the counter, then crouch. It's on the side closest to the vault. Okay. So, okay, Call of Duty. And there we go. Comes back online. Who the fuck is messaging me? Oh, he's finally back. He's finally back. Fucking unknown alien.
Oh, is he now?
Bet I'll let you know we can do it tomorrow if you're down. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking unknown alien. We can do yo ho ho. Because he apparently didn't get the one that he guided me to get. Not social distancing. He got that one and another round. And terminal, which is fucking wild how he got that one.
By mere bullshit, that's now.
But he didn't get yo ho ho, which is basically you cannot be hit while you're having this talisman artifact on.
Huh.
And apparently he didn't get that one, but he guided me to get that one, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Had I known, I would have helped him out with that. Okay, so this one can go down. This one can go down. I have too many damn tabs and windows open. Okay, so first one's on the teller counter. Second number on the sticky note, as well as in the comic book store with quick revive in it. It's in the middle cube. The dead guy's right. It's on the wall of a shelf, and you have to crouch to see it. And shoot destroyables out of the way. Final number is in the bowling. No wonder why people fucking like Terminus more. Terminus, I just go through the door into the armory and use my loot keys. No, in Liberty Falls, fucking they make it complicated. Gotta do
something.
Gotta do A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3.
ABCD 54691100101010.
The file numbers in the bowling alley on the food counter to the left is also on a sticky note. It's partially covered by destroyable foods at the shop, so if you shoot them out of the way, you'll see on the counter. They have all three codes. I fucking... I fucking hate it. Oh, you hate that you have to put in the work? No, I don't hate that I have to put in the work. I hate that I have to... Well, I have to fucking go through a whole shitload of steps just to get my fucking loot keys out of the way. As well as being mowed down by fucking 10 different zombies in the process. Okay, open up this door. Bank teller counter. Sticky note. Oh, This is some bullshit. Okay. And the combo is never the same, apparently. Which, fuck me sideways, I guess, for that one.
Arrivals. Could have used you sooner, but welcome just the same. I'm in the mansion, New Manson. Injured, but intact. Most everyone else is, well, you've got eyes. Look, we need to get this situation under control ASAP. Are you ready for anything?
Okay. I'm gonna need a rage inducer. This is gonna be way too fucking slow for my taste.
Alpha, search the area. We've got 3 Janus Science personnel missing. Their knowledge is critical to mission success, and we take care of our own.
Yep, come out. Come out, come out.
Sentence begins.
Yeah, come on. Run, Forrest. Run. I don't got all day. I do, but I don't want to waste it.
I'm gonna head to bed. Night.
Night.
You're handling this well. Sector 6, there's gotta be more.
Oh, Unknown Fantasy, or not Unknown Fantasy, Unknown Alien. Yeah, fucking Unknown Fantasy would be a fusion of you two. Anyway, hey, Unknown Alien, how's it going? I'm just over here seeking intel, which is a pain in the ass when I have to do the fucking bank vault, which is a fucking 3-step program to how the hell to get to therapy. Dial the number to reach your fucking therapist. Just to use loot keys. Oh gee, thanks. Damn it, I need my fucking door. Come on.
That's Dr. Moline.
Zero. Okay, it's 27053. Got it. Nope, we're not dying yet. Not before I reach it. $27,053. 27053, 27053, 27053, 27053, 27053, 27053, 27053, 27053, 27053, 2753, 27. Or not, the 23, 27. I think it was 27, and I said 0, right? So it would be 0, 53, 53, 53. Binga bada bing boom. I'm a smart cookie. I'm a smart cookie. Aren't I? Okay. Nice. Ooh, money talks. Give me that shit. Cool, didn't ask. Oh, gee, very fucking, very specific. Oh, it's just the there's one code in the bank, one in the belly, one near Quick Revive. Yeah, very specific there, buddy. All right, where the fuck is this intel? Bank on it. So it's next to the groundskeeper's house. Bet. Hey, you little shit, what you giving me the fucking airhead emoji for? What you giving me that fucking Pennywise balloon emoji for? What you giving me that anger from inside out emoji for? I had tacos today and I was on the toilet for 45 minutes. So you're saying that redhead emoji is because you're constipated right now, going on the toilet, or you were constipated on the toilet. The fact that he says yes. Just nonchalantly, yes. What does EYES spell? Yes. Alright. Let's see here. Ah, bitch. So it's during the main quest. So basically I have to go all the way up until the final encounter. That sucks. So I missed my opportunity. But I don't know if I want to drag you into it. Through the Easter egg. Not saying you wouldn't do anything, but it's stupidly easy to where I don't know if I should. Oh wait, that's right. You said you weren't available until tomorrow. AK later today. Almost for gore. Damn it. Damn, it didn't count. Oh well. Actually, I'll save that for later. Okay, we're gonna go from that to Ether Storm, or Tether Storm, fucking Ether Shroud. It don't matter to me. They're all the same to me, a tomato. Except one functions better than the other. Sorry, Ether Shroud. Ether Shroud just does not function the same way. Or on the same level. But yeah, I mean, I would drag you along, but you told me you weren't available tonight. So. If you know the melody I'm humming, you'll forever be a fucking man of culture, like the old culture. Me. Damn, caught me off guard there. That won't happen again. Alrighty. Crazy Frog, yes. You are forever a man of culture now. Low armor, that's what that means. Get your bitch ass out of here. Yeah! Let's get it.
Gauge acquired. Better keep it close in case we need it.
But didn't you just waste a mango can? You could've got the wires. I can always craft another. Look at my fucking scrap count. I can always craft another. It's not the end of the world. It's just gonna be the end of me in a minute. It's gonna be the end of me in a, it's about to be the end of me in a minute unless I stand on business. I could come up with another one. That one's fucking corny. It's about to be the end of me in a minute. I'll stand up. Fuck. I need to get that one written down so I can polish it like a diamond in the rough.
Exfil is no longer available.
Anyway. Okay. Get up here and over. Line them up, line them up, line them up. It's bashing time. Voila. Easy. No. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. You're not Spooderman.
electrical wiring. Bet we can find a use for that.
Alright, now it's just the handbrake. What is that, by the way? What the fuck? Oh, it's that. Hell yeah. Oh, Mr. Groundskeeper, where are you? I just want to have a chat. A very enthusiastic chat. Oh, Mr. Groundskeeper, where you at? Nobody asked for you to come here in my game. Bacadaro. Still there, unknown alien, or did you pass out on me? Because if so, I thought we were gonna have a goodbye. Like a little ceremony salute. Beautiful. Ooh, this'll be fun. Now they got a rocket launcher. This is gonna be fun. Oh, so much fun. Bitch, I wasn't done with you.
That must have been Griffin. Church groundskeeper.
Oh, concurrent viewers, 0. Fair enough.
Stick around to the end, though.
He did say soon.
Wonder what the key's for. A handbrake. How did Griffin plan to do it now? All right, Griffin. Let's see what you can keep it locked up in.
Let's get going. Let's get going. Let's get going. Let's get going. Always running. Always gunning. Always thinking of new. Always thinking of something. Oh, that's some bullshit. Fuck. Beautiful. Alrighty. Now to find an opening. Now we can get going. Now we can get the shit truly going.
Is that a design for a weapon? Looks like you already found some of the parts. Rusted die, model 23, huh? Definitely not Janus sanctioned. That doesn't matter now, does it? Let's see what this thing can do. Alpha team, exfil window closed.
Alright. I need to get comfortable.
Hang on to that.
Let's go up here. And then... Well, we can't go and grab it anyway because of the Mangler and all these zombies, so let's go ahead and start this.
Mark zone, check. Instruct candidate to hold zone, check. Evaluate, pending. Don't mess it up. Minimum trial success criteria achieved. Description not found. Medium trial reward unlocked. For your also megan trouble.
Why did you have to hurt me?
Oh no. Dr. Berger. My favorite egghead. Not your first one. Sweet one.
Okay, so now I can actually get to my thing. Alright. Are you fucking kidding me? So I can't even get it right now. Okay. Oh wow, it spawned above. Alright, let's get this shit going.
Security, yes? A so-called rapid response. But I knew you would come.
So, what exactly does that thing do?
LTG, Limited Transdimensional Gateway. I think it's kind of self-explanatory, don't you? But seriously, the LTG summons high-value targets so we can steal their life energy. My colleagues managed to fill one ether canister before they, ran out of money. You'll need to fill stuck here. Yes, she was foreman. But sometimes survival is about the friends you make. What was that? Oh, okay, fine. That's enough for the part. Time to construct the LPG device.
You're clear to proceed, Alpha.
Now, you have your canister. Go summon a nice, juicy monster. Can't go any worse than when I tried it.
I'm worried about the director. Storm is starting.
Well, if I'm burning anything, it's that you're busy. Doesn't mean you're dead. Isn't that so?
Who are you talking to?
It's just a rhetorical question, that's good. Destabilizes. There goes our chance to catch a big one.
It looks big. Windows open.
Double time it back here before we lose that precious juice. Time to find and fill the last canister. To get your hands on it, you'll need a Strauss cup. I think there have to be undisputed authority on energies. Real soon. That's one of the projectors we are looking for.
What exactly does it project?
Light elemental particles. They'll neutralize the dark energy surrounding the canister. But it takes some fine-tuning. The frequencies are temperamental.
Did that get it done?
We won't know, Blanchard, until all three are properly tuned.
Okay, that canister by the gas station should be accessible now.
Goody. Let's get to work filling it.
Be advised, the gateway will collapse if it takes much more damage. Thanos, when this is over, we'll need you to come in for debrief. That's an order, copy?
Well, Blanchard, you have your orders, and I have mine.
Dr. Pericles Panos, Project Janus, Energy Research Division. It has become abundantly clear. Director Richtofen is slipping. Thankfully, no one has noticed. As far as they are concerned, the director is fulfilling his duty. Moby is no different. Anything he receives from her island of horrors might as well be seen back here.
Yep, the game done fucking collapsed. Oh no. Doesn't surprise me. Everybody comes on around fucking 3 a.m., I guess.
about the friends you made. Hey, what was that? Oh, okay, fine. I'll shut up. Now, you have your canister. Go summon a nice, juicy monster. Can't go any worse than when I tried it.
That's Dr. Moline. Joined the physics team last year. Nice enough guy, but weird.